his name is the one and only Black Rasta. Hi, Black Rasta.
Hi,
How are you?
Well, man, everything good.
Great.
Yeah.
The ever fearless Black Rasta. I know why I say that. He will answer to that one, though. Our very own Kwame Dazi is here. Hi, Kwame.
Hi, I'm Red Rasta.
I like that. I like that. Red Rasta. Yeah. So that I should call Ashes Green Rasta.
Why you can't see my Rasta?
Man, a green Rasta. Yeah.
It's good to have you here, gentlemen. And, you know, since last year, Ghanaians have been excited because of the creation of High Life in the Grammys. Now, our very own Black Rasta is one person who is being very fearless, and he has sent in an application to be nominated in the Grammys. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and that's why I call you fearless, because some people out there, they don't even see themselves credible enough to submit it. Now, today we want to talk about Grammy's influence on our music in Ghana. Are we producing good and quality songs that should be considered by Grammys, or we are still producing, as some people will say, noise? So I'll start this conversation with you, Ashes. Now, Ashes, in our industry, in our music space, you've been here for a very long time. Grammys has noticed Ghanaian music and is even given an eye to what we say is ours, which is the high life. Do you think Grammys is actually influencing our music in a way?
Okay, point of correction. Grammy did not notice Ghanaian music.
Okay.
They noticed High Life.
High life.
Point of correction. High Life, in the term of the Grammy definition, is not Ghanaian. They are not focusing it on Ghana. There's Nigerian High Life.
But it's ours.
We can say so by ourselves, but at the standard at which they are doing their events, if I might call it, they are not just earmarking Ghana and then putting the thing on us like it's High Life, so come and collect and go. No.
But because we want to say it's ours, we start, just like the Nigerians want to claim Afrobeat is theirs, we also want to claim it's ours.
No, I'm not saying that shouldn't be their claim. If we do the call by ourselves in our nation, that's okay. But you have to work per the standard.
Okay.
You don't work per your standard and say, because you brought Yam Ponsa, so the High Life should be given to you automatically, you know? Last year, it didn't go to us, so you don't sit home and then not work towards it or work for it. Congolese play High Life, Senegalese play High Life, Ivory Coast play High Life, Benin play High Life, Nigerians play High Life, however you see it, you know? So you have to work systematically to be able to enter the zone at which they have earmarked. You understand? They have a criteria at which they are working with. And you have to push your way, just like Black Rasta has submitted his work. You don't just sit home and expect them to come and bestow it on you because you created High Life. No, it's not the case.
Okay.
It's a form of education. We need to educate the people because there are a lot of battles out there that are, but the High Life thing is ours. So why? No.
Yeah, there is a lot of battles.
Yeah, but it's not like that.
Okay.
Rap music or hip-hop music was originated in America, you can't say. But there are other people from different parts of the world who have entered there and have won something.
But do you think
with their
this
music.
is even influencing our music in any way?
It does, in a way. I mean, the ultimate, let's go to football, the ultimate is to win the World Cup. In music diagram, Grammy has become like sort of, quote unquote, the main deal. If an artist is able to push his way to attain Grammy, you are the highest. We all saw when the Burna Boys and the Wizkids broke into the Grammy. The hell broke loose on African continent because, yes, they had gone for the ultimate. Before that, they had gone to BETs and other things, Afrimas. They had gone to other places to pick up awards. But the Grammy was the big deal.
Right.
So it does have certain form of influence if you understand what the whole process is like. You understand? It's some form of education that you need to find time to understand their system.
Okay.
Before you can plug yourself. Like word here is plug. Grammy is not just there. Like, no, you need to be in certain conversations.
Right.
Before they can engage you. Right? Your application could be sent, but if care is not taken, it might not reach the right quarters. Because certain influential people that make it tick are not behind you.
Right.
We also saw the Burner Boy. How did that situation happen? It was because of certain heavyweight influence from the baby oil camp that actually made it work. We saw the Beyonce factor from the what you call it, Wizkid and all of them. You know, so our people would have to push a bit more.
Okay.
I'm happy Black Rasta has started, but there's more to be done.
Right. Black Rasta, for you, let me first of all congratulate you for submitting it. And what category did you submit for?
Reggae Album of the Year.
Fantastic. That's a bold one.
Yeah.
And of course, if you are selected, you are definitely going to be contesting with or competing with some great reggae musicians across the world. But we trust that you win. Salaga Market, that's the title.
Salaga Soldier.
Salaga Soldier, sorry. That's the title of the album that you submitted. Did Grammy influence your making in that particular album?
Not at all, not at all. In fact, I don't make music for awards. Reason I probably returned all the awards I won some 15, 20 years back, you see. I would say that I make music out of the inspiration that I get from the Most High. I make music looking around and seeing what should be tackled, what should be talked about. You know, that's what influences my music, not awards. So this album was actually recorded in a period of about 5 years. And we recorded about 72 tracks.
Wow.
Now, when it was time to release it, we had to choose 19. So we chose the 19 tracks to release, and then a collaboration that we had been waiting for a very long time happened between me and Anthony B on a track called Barber Shop. So when that collaboration came in, we said, well, it looks like we may have to just add it. So we added the track to make it a 20-track album. Now, so far, I am so excited about it, apart from the fact that we've had rave reviews right here in Ghana from people like Kwame Dazi all the way through to Ashes and Andy Dusty and more. That is the excitement, because most of the time, when I release any work, a lot of the people come out to tell you that concentrate on your journalism and forget the music. Sometimes it gets into you, no matter how thick your skin is. Over the past years, it's been like that, but the thick skin has been able to keep us moving. But this time around, people are saying, whoa, I think you have to stop the journalism and move with the music.
So were there times that you wanted to quit music?
I would say so, because when I come on stage, the people who tell me to quit and go and do journalism, I meet them on stage and they become mincemeat for me. I come on stage and everybody says, oh, wow, the guy has energy. Oh, the guy is doing it. The guy doesn't, you know, things like that. So those are the things that keep me moving. And the fact that I have a story to tell.
Right.
See, I've never thought about, quitting. So this album came out, 20 tracks, rave reviews all over. And when we submitted it for the Grammys, oh, wonderful. Rocky, congratulations to Rocky. He was the one who told me that, Black, you need to be a member of the academy, blah, 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 blah. I said, oh, yeah. I said, what, I can recommend you.
That's nice.
I recommended Wiala the other day, and, you know, I can recommend you to. I said, you have to recommend? He said, yeah, not just one person, 2 people.
Okay.
So I got a recommendation from Rocky's side and a recommendation from Wiala.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
then they put me in. So now the whole thing is in that incubation period. I've not been accepted yet. You see. So when we put in the album, I would say I was a little surprised to see that Jamaica got so interested in the thing, writing so many articles about Salaga Soldier album, talking about an African who is part of the... I said, is it surprising? We have so many reggae artists from Africa, Alpha Blondie, like influential for that matter. Why are they constantly talking about Africa, Africa? So I went to check it out, and I realized that out of all the 75 albums that have been put in there for the nomination, Salaga Soldier is the only African-made reggae album. Then I understood why they were so excited about it.
That's nice.
So all in all, we are in there, and we are hoping and praying for a setting animal called nomination.
Fantastic. Now, for somebody who is not too big on awards.
Yeah.
How are you now praying for a nomination?
Oh, I love that. I love that. So if you have followed me for some time now, you realize that I decided to cut myself out of the awards. Some people don't agree because of the criteria. One, you have to vote to win, and the voting doesn't come free. You pay via a certain short code. And the whole funny thing about the whole thing is you are told that the more you vote, the brighter your chances. In other words, one man can vote 1 trillion times as long as you have the money. So I looked at this over the years, and then I came to the understanding that we are just buying the awards. Because if I don't have money to continue voting, it means that I'm out. So I decided that no, I will not be part of any award that has to do with voting, paying to vote. So that's how come I left all the award systems in Ghana. And I'm glad that some of them are coming back to say now the voting has been cancelled. I'm so happy about it. It means we started a certain revolution. The Grammy doesn't involve that. Of course, you have to be a member, you have to be in the industry, you have to be an instrument player or a singer or something to do with music. So it's a peer review awards. So that I am excited about.
Fantastic.
But not the one that comes with the voting short code.
Okay. Kwame Dazi, as an entertainment pundit, you've had your eyes on the grounds for a while now. You know almost everything that happens. Do you think that since the Grammys has become like a household name in Ghana, we are hearing more quality music as compared to noise, as is said by some people?
Well, I think the Grammy Awards is more or less the biggest award scheme in the world because it's from America, it's for Americans, and so anything from the US has that weight. And it's been around for about 67 years, since 1959. And so, you know, they've gone through the mill, they've righted their wrongs, and now this is where they are. And so even the whole world, people are always looking forward to having nominations in the Grammys. And for the past years, you hear Ghanaians saying, you know, I want to go to the Grammys. We've had Rocky Dawuni getting nominations for three times. We've had, he's the only person so far. We've had other people getting co-nominations, being featured on other people's songs. And just about last year, when they introduced the African Music Performance category, we were looking forward to having nominations. Stonebwoy also submitted his entries.
I think Emoji also submitted.
Yes, and Tyler won that category. And that was what Ashes was referring to, the African Music Performance category. The definition covers various music types from Africa, including high life, Ghanaian drill, and all those. Yeah, so we were looking forward to getting there. We're still looking forward to that because it's a big deal to be on Grammys. And to hear Black Rasta also submit his entry, that's good news to me because I've also heard this year that Wiala is also filing. She has also submitted her entries. I've seen Kim Promise, True to Self album. So it means that people are getting educated about what the Grammy really entails, and they're also putting in so much work. Now you listen to our songs and you could see because some of our artists are also related or they have something to do with international record labels, you could see that most of them are also paying attention to the sound quality. So you listen to Black Rasta production, listen to King Promise, listen to Wiala, and you realize that these are not people who are just eyeing the African markets or the local markets, but they also have their eyes on the international market. And Grammy Awards is for critical acclaim. It's not a popularity-based award. So it's not about who is voting more, who is paying more to vote, but it's about the quality of the song, also your visibility on the American market. So most times when people have relations with record labels on that level, it's easier for them to have nominations. And he mentioned you need to be either a member of the Recording Academy or somebody also being on there rooting for you on the Academy. It is not about voting, but there are people on there who must have listened to your works and to recommend you during the voting. So I believe that Grammy Awards is a big deal, even though sometimes I feel like as Africans, we could have also maybe created something for ourselves.
Right.
Recently, we heard in the news that Grammy is considering also creating the Grammy Africa. And Denta mentioned that we have 4 countries that are so far on the table to host the Grammy Africa if everything comes to fruition. We have Rwanda, we have Kenya, we have SA, we have Nigeria. Ghana is not part yet as of now. So I love the fact that we have our musicians, you know, getting in there, also putting in their works and all that. But I think that if you're going to have Grammy Africa, it will be more or less like Latin Grammys. You remember 1974, they had to think about having a separate Grammy Awards for the Latin people. And now they are thinking about Africa. Then what happens to Afrima? What happens to the old award schemes that we have?
That was going to be my next question. Yeah. Why do we have to wait for Grammys to start Grammy Africa? Why can't we as Africans start our own? And even for Ghana, for us to be not even a part of the list of African.
You have African.
No, that's what I mean. Like, so
you had Cora Awards.
So what's happening?
There is Afrima Awards, but you see the organization, the kind of price, the kind of value that comes with Grammy Awards, also because of the prestige it comes with. Anything that they touch is like the Midas touch, if you like. And so people are looking forward to what is the standard. And because they've done this over the years, regardless of the bashing that comes from Drake and The Weeknd and all those people, they have some kind of credibility. So people would want to associate themselves with Grammy Awards than any other award scheme that may include you voting plenty or you understand.
I think the voting is a problem for a lot of people.
People have issues with that.
Exactly. Now, Ashes, you know, so many young people, so many talented young ones, I must say. It's like most people are doing the music for popularity's sake. We want to make a Christmas banger. We are not looking at the message. If you look at the song that Black Rasta makes, every song Black Rasta makes has a message. It's not about a woman come and shake your waist and go. It's not about, oh, let's go and eat and go and partying. It's a message. There's a message. It tells a story. These young ones are looking at just hits upon hits. What do you have to tell them? Because hit upon hit, will that hit take you to Grammy, or you need a message to take you to Grammy?
Okay, let me take it from what do I have to tell them? I don't have anything to tell them.
Why
First, because I have something to tell the structures that have been put in place. Do we have structures that would enable alternative music for people to live on? You don't have that structures. Your structure is made so as that if the artist doesn't put that profane song out, he's not eaten. If the artist doesn't become canny, he's not eaten. Right? How many people are on the local download streams giving the artist something? We don't have alternative musics here. People have no ear for alternative. If you go to even Benin, I did some research in Benin. There are so many alternative musics. And I'm like, oh, wow. And they are gunning towards that Grammy, Benin. Look, if you take the history of Grammy and you look at the countries that have won from Africa, you will be surprised that Ghana, we so boost ourselves of music and the gateway to Africa, and we don't qualify in the quantum. Mauritius have over 4 or 5 Grammy Awards. Go to Mali and start mentioning the award winners in Grammy, you'll be surprised. Yeah? There are countries in Africa that you don't hear their music that much, but they are Grammy Award winners that have come from that country because they structured a certain process from beginning.
Who is to structure this process?
We are all involved, but the authorities like, what do you call them?
Musica?
Arts and, Musica, Ministry of, place, did they call them what? Tourism, Arts and Culture. They have to have a proper symposium with the players. They need to listen and then be able to take the communication from the players to the government rightly and impose structures. The word is impose. We can't even curtail that download, whatever.
But I think there was a time where certain songs were banned on our local radio stations.
That was a GBC era when radio stations were not plenty. Now, if you ban A, they are going to C. What will you do? You can't just wake up and ban somebody. now, because he doesn't even need your radio station for you to ban him. He was on the internet doing his thing. Ban him and let him go his way. But the internet can be streamlined in a way that can generate that revenue that Black Rasta is looking for. And he doesn't actually need to scream to be heard. Other countries are doing it and have been able to do it. It's not rocket science. Okay, you don't know how to do it. Go and bring the people who know how to do it. How much are they charging? Let them pay them. Let them do this thing for you. Let us go. How difficult is this? How difficult is this? We sit in a country where telcos have a majority of an artist's music that, Charlie, is sad. How we do things here, how we have chose to do things in this side of town. So the younger one has to create his own environment. So he's not thinking about your Grammy that you're so concentrated on.
Yeah.
He's thinking of his food.
He's thinking of...
Mama's got to eat.
Yeah.
We left home to feed home.
No, could it be that Black Rasta, because Black Rasta has another job, and so he might not be looking at eating from music, Black Rasta?
You might be. This is how that's what you said. That is how our industry has been so polarized.
Black Rasta, was that your case?
Well, there's a saying that is most unfortunate. It says that you are as good as your last hit.
Yep.
I've heard people say, oh, this is a one-hit wonder. And then on the internet, you see a number of Ghanaian artists who was in that category. They create a certain category, one-hit wonder. And then those who have never made hits, no matter how long they have been in the industry. Some of these things also, channel our minds towards just the hits. I remember Lucky Dube once said that he never went into the studio to make hits. He went to the studio to speak into the microphone to people. And if the songs come out and they become hits because people resonate with the message, then it's a different thing.
Yeah.
To be very honest with you, there were times that I went into the studio and I said, look, today I'm going to make a hit song. Unfortunately, I've never been lucky going into a studio and saying that this is what I want to, because hits come with trend.
Yeah.
There's no hit without a trend, unless it happens and then it becomes the first out of the chain of trends. So you go into the studio and you are like, okay, so this is what is going on. Everybody is doing drill. Well, may I just do something like that? And trends fade out so quickly. That is why we have songs. I wish I could mention a few songs, but I'll leave it there. The song comes out, and just 1 week after, it's dead.
Which song came out at 1 week and died at 1 week?
With no disrespect, love. Stonebwoy is my brother. I love him. He knows I love him. Jejereje came out. We were all banging to Jejereje. I was in Kromfo when it came out. I said, wow, this is a great song. I love the song. After 1 week, Jejereje has gone to sleep. I love it. I want to see Jejereje go all the way to the top. Paluta came out with some good singing. This is a rapper. He did Aseda. Then he did Makuma. Beautiful songs. Jejereje came and put Aseda to sleep and put Makuma to sleep. These are beautiful songs that should be going. When was the last time we had a hit from Kobna Kobna? He sings like a bird. You listen to his songs and you're like, ah. Ochami Kwame recently released a song called Isha Allah. This is a beautiful banger. So I asked him, Ochami, this song is supposed to be a hit. What's happening? He said, Black Rasta. The industry supported me when I was coming up. Now they think I'm too old to be supported. So if I had released this 10 years back, it would have been a banger. In this country, we also have age shaming. Oh, this is a legend. Once they start calling you a legend, they are telling you retire, go sleep. You are okay. See? So, one hit wonder, you have not made any hits. I remember there was an article about me years back by an award. I've forgotten what, and I was in the hall there waiting for an award when they gave me the brochure. I opened it and said, yeah, the reggae category, blah, 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 Rocky Dawuni and the rest. And Black Rasta has since been looking for a hit since he made the Barack Obama track, and the hit has been eluding him.
Wow.
Yeah, I was sitting up. The same organizers who invited me for the award. I was looking at it. This was what they were saying. I was still looking for hits. I've made songs 1 trillion times better than Barack Obama. Barack Obama took me 45 minutes to make. Saying, I've made songs, correct songs. But you sit back and listen to them, and a lot of the youth, I go on TikTok and I see comments. Some people will tell you that, oh, Massa, leave it for the small boys now. Creativity has no small boy, no big boy. See, you can look. Benny Spear is in Kenya. Look, He's grown so old, all his locks have fallen off naturally. The man was born on the 1st of March, 1945. Imagine he's still on the road and he's making millions.
Ebo Taylor.
Ebo Taylor is rocking it.
Pat Thomas.
Pat Thomas is rocking it. Ayisoba is rocking it.
They are there.
But we sit here and
they are the biggest. They
it's
are
all
our
about the
biggest
trends.
exports.
It's all about the trends. Our songs, which are supposedly hits, come out and it's just a week or two and they are go. It's sad to go into the studio, put your everything into it, and it lasts only a week. After that, it is gone. How do you make your money back?
Wow. Kwame, let me bring you into this conversation with regards to this. I've seen a trend of having rappers now turning into music, singing people, like the Kimpalutas, who else? There's Amarado. There is even Strong Man is singing now. You know, so it's like everybody's looking for a trend.
I think people are also free to experiment with everything because music is broad.
Yeah.
So if you are a rapper and you think you can deal more with melodies,
nothing wrong.
And people will love it, I think it's okay. There are some singers who sometimes also rap. Kwame Eugene, a few times I've heard him done a few lines of rap as well. So it's all about variety and how well you can move from one side to the other. So I don't really fault them. But research has also shown that people are easily moved by melodies more than mere words.
Okay.
And so that is why Black Rasta, who is doing more or less like a dub poetry, would also have choruses in his song. So that if you don't really relate to the spoken word he's doing, there is melody that is a bit more universal that you can also relate to. So I agree with the people who are trying to do more melodies now. It doesn't mean that rap is not good. It doesn't mean that if you do rap, you can't make a hit song. But it's about they also moving with the taste of the people. If they realize they are into business, music is business. So if you are doing the songs for people and they are telling you that we love this style more than that style, I think you will move to that direction.
Is this not what brought, Ashes to say that?
Yeah.
It is how the people are making it, and that is why the musicians are doing that style of music. And so the focus is not on quality music, but rather just pleasing people.
Okay. These two are not mutually exclusive. So you can still do singing and do quality work. You can do rap and do quality work. It's not about the fact that because you are switching from rap to singing or singing to the other side, you're not doing quality or otherwise. What I'm saying is that you can do everything. Tomorrow, Black Rasta does reggae, for example, largely. But if you listen to his songs, he has local rhythms, a lot of them in there, a lot. So anybody who listens to his style of reggae would see that this guy is doing something different. Sometimes he even mixes Adowa with reggae. So it's about your orientation to music itself. It's about the taste of the consumer. You can't do away with that because, yes, there are people who are not trend followers. There are people who are always living their lives and they want to be independent on their path. Those people are there. It's not everybody that is doing music for the commercial side of it, even though it's supposed to be. But there are people who are more fulfilled when they see that or when they realize that there are people who are musically inclined who are appreciating certain technicalities of their songs. So that somebody does a review of his song, his Salaga Soldier album, and he says, oh, this guy, I like how he mixed this with that. He becomes happier than hearing that, oh, I've sold 1 billion. So there are people like Wolasi. Look at Pure Akan, look at Wolasi. Look at all those guys who do the alter kind of music.
Yeah.
If you ask them today to maybe try to do something that is more mainstream, you will hear the response.
I like that. Talking about what you just said and what you just landed on. Ashes, you did mention Kina Yusuba, Wiyala, and Pat Thomas, and a few others. They are our biggest experts, but these are people that the society feels they are not making hit songs. So how are they our biggest experts?
Okay, so there's this band, Fra Band.
Yeah, Fra.
And then...
you feel the vibe?
Yeah. And then there's another one.
Sun Trophy.
Sun Trophy.
Yeah.
Currently, I'll tell you, they are Ghana's biggest export. What I mean in terms of export, I'm saying in terms of touring and in terms of selling the local Ghanaian music out there. Right? I was in Belgium and I happened to chance on, what's it, Frau or Sun Trophy? One of them was Sun Trophy, yeah. Right? I happened to chance on Sun Trophy's performance. Jeez. Like an auditorium, it should be about two, if I'm not over-exaggerating, maybe 2,000 plus. Oh. All white folks. And it was a jam session. I even went in late. And you could feel the energy to which they were dancing to the Ghanaian vibe. So it tells you something that, listen, our music is not dead, but it's the way we are treating what we are selling that makes us feel like we don't have anything to export. People like Mensa is out there doing his thing. Even Manifest. They play in certain places that the ordinarily Ghanaian or Ghanaian musician would not go there. Would not even think about going there. But there's a space for everybody. Depends on how you're packaging yourself and what you are selling. I would go into probably a dealership where they sell maybe speakers and sound systems. And I want a Hammerkaden. I probably want a Bose. Because what I want to listen to is not what you probably want to listen to. We have different ears.
So which is better, making a hit song or making to trend or making songs that are quality to make you an export?
No,
which is better?
Do quality music.
Okay.
You might not make the hit, but you might make timeless.
Okay.
I listened to Aquanoma yesterday. I was playing Aquanoma, and that was recorded in 1990.
Yeah.
Listen to the quality of that music. 1990, it still plays to today.
Yeah.
If our system, in terms of royalties, worked very well, and everybody who's playing that Aquanoma thing because they want quality music, do you know how much the man will be raking in his pocket? Do you understand me? So don't focus on just the hits, like Black Rasta said. The hits will fade, and you will fade with the hits. But if you're today, if we play Be Kwame Mami Yo, this whole room will get emotional. Why is it so? Because the quality of the music, the quality of the message will resonate from years to come.
Yeah.
Not just today. So as a musician, don't just focus on what you get today. Because what you get today presents itself. And what you will get tomorrow will also present itself. When you are not in that era that you can turn in the hits and fast bangers, what are you going to live on? You know? So if you don't focus on quality now, tomorrow you would be in pension and you would not. Listen, this Nigerian skit maker, Go, 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 Go. I don't know if you guys follow that.
Yeah.
That song was done in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
An old song.
It's an old song.
Yeah.
But even me, Ghanaian, I felt the guitar. It struck me so much that I fell in love with the song. But that young man popping that song back. If it wasn't quality, recorded well, done well in the 80s, who would have listened to it?
You know, as you speak, you make reference to the 80s and the 90s. At that time, social media was not as prevalent as it is today. Could it be that social media is also one of the reasons why we are not getting the quality of music we are getting? People are just rushing into the studio
No, it's a
to
choice.
churn out.
It's a choice.
Okay.
It's a choice. When we, Kwabna, wanted to record our gospel album, we assembled all the top players because we wanted to hear something.
Okay.
We wanted to leave something behind. So what you choose to leave behind, I know Black Rasta, I've gone to Kiwa studio someday when he was recording and I couldn't enter because Kiwa said when Black Rasta is recording, he doesn't want anybody in there. You understand me?
Yeah.
There's a reason. He's doing something, he's spiritual. He's in his kingdom at that time. And he wants to bring out that quality. He's not joking. But these boys are just playing too much.
Black Rasta, what about you?
Yeah, social media certainly has played a certain role to demean our music, unfortunately. For instance, you see, when you talk like this, people think you are not progressive or you are not being abreast with the times. You see, in the days, hits will last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Today, a hit, maximum lifespan, 2 weeks, and they are looking for another hit. You see, what social media has done is to make the music so available. Today, even music videos are becoming outmoded. Just put a small phone camera on yourself, record yourself for 30 seconds, 1 minute, put it out on TikTok.
They call it
I mean,
visualizer.
I just released Man Tired. It's a beautiful video. We spent so much money going all the way to Anakazo. That video was shot at Anakazo, where we paid in dollars to be able to get access to the place.
How much dollars?
Yes, well, depending on where you shoot, every section you go, you pay dollars. Where we shot with those tall buildings, I think we paid $150. If you want to shoot by the water side, $100.
Wow.
The garden, $150. So it's not like you pay a one-off $100 or $150 and walk into an Akazo.
Wow.
No, they have about 100 different locations. And each one you go to, you pay separately. I mean, I'm glad that they've been able to replicate Jerusalem here. So we don't have to go to Israel to get the Israeli feeling. So, yes, we shot it and brought it out. But the little 1 minute videos that I've done and put out on TikTok, they are those that are trending even more. So it makes you feel like, okay, so now quality music videos are not necessarily needed anymore. Just go and do something quick and then it works. But the deeper thing about social media is giving a voice to the voiceless.
Yeah.
I remember some time ago, when we were on radio doing our things, a lot of people would have to come and talk to you and tell you that, Charlie, this problem here, that problem here. Now, all they need to do is to put a camera on themselves and fire. People like Shatawale made it through the social media. If we were going to depend on radio and TV, Shatawale would have never made it because he was seen as arrogant, including myself. I didn't want to play his music because he would call you and insult you and all that. So we wanted to show him that we had some kind of power. Respect the people who are, pushing your music. That was the mentality. But social media all of a sudden came, and he was one of the few people who embraced that quickly. And boom, the streets, boom, everywhere. People, loved his music, and it worked. For me, I don't like these times. I don't like this generation.
You don't?
I hate it like hell. Listen, like Buju Banton said a few days ago, he was so angry. Well, he just came out of prison. He was so angry, he said some people visited him and he wanted to play his music to them, and then he had to go online and seek permission from a certain somebody before playing the thing online. In the days when you could have just picked up your LP, you put it there and see the thing go around, and then you full joy it. After that, you give him a copy and sign it, and then a CD
is gone. It's never
and
coming
all
back.
that.
It's not coming back.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Luckily, CDs are coming back in the UK. CDs are strongly coming back in Korea, Japan, China, and even LPs.
You go check before.
Because I don't feel like a musician working virtually. You want to listen to my music, I say, go online. Hey, this is a CD. Listen to it, pay me quick cash. This is the LP. But now you have to go online. Nobody is even telling you how much you are genuinely earning. You could have 1 million hits and the guy on the other side tells you that it's 10,000. How are you going to be accountable? How do you challenge his accountability? So it's a whole fraudulent system that I didn't wish that I would see. But we are still trying to find a way around it. This whole digital thing doesn't make sense to me.
Kwame, let me bring you to the conversation. I think we have just a few minutes to go.
Yeah. I think this whole quality thing and social media is a bit dicey. I believe that you can't really compare now to 1980s. Our population has increased. Musicians have increased. There is technology. Now, everybody or anybody can produce a song in their bedroom. So, because the numbers are increasing, it's likely to have more songs in the system. And that means that you can't be on top for a long time, apart from the quality. It also means that we have a lot of people now doing music than they did maybe in the 1980s.
Yeah.
A lot more. And so if Black releases a song today and it's a hit song, and I release, it's a hit song, the same number of people are consuming the same hit songs. And so the likelihood that I might not be on top for a long time is very high. It doesn't also mean that we should not, focus on quality. We should focus on quality, because no matter how long the song is even staying at the #1 spot, if it is quality, tomorrow, next 10 years,
It'll still be
when I pick the song, it still has that quality in there.
Yeah.
So yes, I agree with him. Everything has its downsides, social media has the negative sides and all that. But I think that if you truly want to put out quality music,
You will.
You will.
You will.
You will.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for being here. This whole time will permit us for us to have this conversation. And yesterday was Kwabna's birthday. So happy belated birthday to you, my brother.
And Dancehall King.
Happy. And Dancehall King as well.
Shatawale.
Shatawale.
Black Assassin's best friend.
And Ziggy Marley.
And Ziggy Marley as well. So happy birthday to all of you. We wish you nothing but the best. May God bless and protect you and grant you all your heart desires.
Amen.
We love you, Kwabna. We love you, Shatawale. And you said Ziggy Marley as well?
Ziggy Marley.
And happy birthday to you, Ziggy Marley. We love you too. Thank you all so much for sticking and staying with us. My guests have been Kwame Dazi, our very own Kwame Dazi, who is always on Showbiz A to Z on Saturdays. And our very own Black Rasta. Congratulations in advance. It's going to happen. And our very own Ashes as well.